What's up, family? You're tuned in to Real Labs Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller. In the big chair tonight, it is Wednesday, as my old first sergeant used to say, Wednesday, December 6th. Thank y'all for tuning in all week, man. Brand new shows, man, and we appreciate you. We love you to death, man. Join the virtual studio with the big dog himself, Mr. James John. What's up, Jay?
Not a whole lot. I didn't know that you were in this service with Forest Gump. That's weird. That's awesome, man. Like Wednesday.
Dude, he was, oh man, he was I think he was Filipino. And he used to say Wednesday, like yo, and
Oh, okay. It was
yeah, he used to say
okay,
Wednesday,
gotcha.
yo, and he couldn't
Wednesday.
talk well. I had another sergeant that used to say deef instead of deaf.
Oh,
He
he
said, "Are
deep.
you deef up in here?" Like because deaf is spelled like leaf. If you think about it, so he would be like, "Y'all up here, y'all privates, y'all deef up in here." We were like, "Who is he talking to?" Who is, bro? Well,
That's another
military
word
was
for
military was, bro. I tell you one of my craziest, scariest moments, James.
talk to me.
I just got to basic, and before you get to the basic part, you're in civilian clothes and you're going to the mess hall and stuff. And
Yeah.
you get parade rest, parade rest, parade rest. So I'm in parade rest and I'm behind a girl, and I had to be about this close to her because everybody was up on each other. This drill song came out of nowhere. Private, get your off of that, bruh. Heart fell in my. I couldn't even
Wow.
eat. Bro, she scared me so bad I couldn't eat, bro. like I went back to the barracks and just went to bed.
Dang.
And I was thinking,
First off, why would you go? Why would you trying to P Diddy that young lady?
bro,
You got to get
no.
consent.
That's nice.
Hey, James, let me tell you something, man. Because you're new to it. And you
Yeah.
don't know what you're supposed to be doing because you're 18.
Hey.
I'm just in line.
Hey, kid, I'll give you a clue. Not that.
Bro, that man, that drill
That's where he got
had
that
me-
line. Take your
Bruh,
ass to bed. That's
Hey,
where it
she
came from.
scared me. Hey, she scared me so bad, bro. I went to sleep. I didn't even eat. I went back to the barracks and went to sleep, bro. Thinking to myself, I should have went to college.
So how long y'all date?
I just went to college, yo. Also joined the
Damn.
virtual studio with us from the law office of Kaufman and Lynn and the Under Oath podcast, Mr. Jeff Kaufman. Jeff, how you doing, brother?
Where are you from, Private Kaufman? That was it. Where are you from, Private Kaufman? And I said Miami, and they had that pat answer for everything. Oh, Little Havana. Ha, 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 ha.
Only two
Right.
things come out of Miami. Well-respected Latino artists who was once immigrants and became members of society. And I don't got anything else. I don't really know Miami. I was hoping he said Texas. I got Texas all the time. I read that one.
Hey, I gotta read the thing. Attorneys Kaufman and Lynn, they have been fighting to win it for the people of Orlando for more than 20 years. For info, what it say? When you need us.com or dial pound 546. So as we say in the hood, 546. If you need a lawyer, man. So
Or
how
if
you
you come
been,
from,
Jeff?
if you're from LA, 357, get loose.
Yeah, how you been, Jeff?
I'm good, man. We've been having fun. We've been having
Yeah,
a lot
we-
of
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Weekends fun.
Hey.
We've been doing James and I cut a couple shows. It's
Three
been
of
fun.
them.
It's been
Yeah,
fun,
man.
Let me tell y'all something. If you listen to Tuesday's show, the person I'm about to introduce now was on one. I don't know if he was on some drugs or
Mm.
what, but Miguel was on one yesterday. Yo, that other one, the dude that helped start this, the OG of Real Labs, Mr. Miguel Colon Jr.,
Hey.
aka Wino Kevin.
Hey, baby, what's up, man? It's Wino Kevin. Hey, y'all wake up and can't feel your feet?
Your feet.
Kevin, you talking to a lamppost. Hey, don't call her that. You talking to a lamppost with a picture of a missing girl. Only thing she missing is the key to my heart. I got some nail polish I could drink. I'm gonna show you how to make a margarita
Hey.
with an apple and some nail polish.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Margarita.
Hey, you know what I just
You was on one yesterday, bro. You was on one yesterday.
Ken, you know what I just realized though? I had to Google this when James started talking about Forrest Gump. I had to Google this because this question popped into my head. I said, wait a second. Because I started remembering Gump when he was in uniform. And I was like, no way. And I thought about it and I was correct. Yo, Gump was a sergeant. Can you imagine Gump as your NCO?
Yo,
At the
bro.
end.
That means Gump had to do safety briefings. That means, and he was an infantry sergeant. So that means Gump had to be with the fire team like, hey, everybody, make sure you shoot them little yellow fellas when they come close. That's what Dan said.
Hey, yes, hey, we talked about historically inaccurate movies.
Yeah.
That's number one.
Yeah.
That is number one, son.
You imagine Gump with a necklace of ears hanging from him?
Bro. Oh.
He's
That
like a
is
lot of
number
people
one.
hate the NVA Army, but I think they's the finest humans ever made, and killing them is a great honor. Can you imagine
Honor.
Gump went full on in-country badass infantry soldier, and he's just sitting there, he got a necklace full of ears on, sitting there smoking a hand-rolled cigarette, beard now, because he's been on like alert for 3
But
weeks, and they're
still
like
wearing running shoes that are Nike.
still wearing running shoes and just talking to Bubba. Bubba's and him just talking about shrimp, and people are like, yo, Gump is crazy, but yo, when he get on that M60, everything dies.
Yeah.
Gump was a tunnel rat. You remember the scene where they're putting him in the tunnel? Gump was a tunnel rat.
Yeah, he dove in.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's just crazy to think. Gump's like, I remember Vietnam one time. I was down deep into a tunnel and I found a couple of them sleeping. They stayed sleeping.
Yo,
Get this man off this bench. I don't want to
Yo.
sit here waiting on a bus with this.
this dude, war hero, All-American, national champion. Put his money in the Apple before Apple blew up. Shrimp boat captain. Hey, ping pong. He done won a gold medal in ping pong.
Yeah.
This dude that ran across the world. What?
Yeah.
What? Yo, and had sex one time.
One time, and had sex with Jenny unprotected. Walk away unscathed.
Unscathed.
Get out of here.
Unscathed,
Get out.
bro.
The minute you have sex with Jenny and you pull your pee-pee out, it starts turning to stone.
Oh, wow.
It's like a Gorgon saw the light.
She
And
got
Jenny,
the poison ivy.
tell me, reverse this movie and people would make it. Be like, hey, there's a special needs girl who turns out rich,
Nope.
and some dude knocks her up and decides he wants to come back when he's got AIDS. Romance.
So they
What are you gonna do with my more? Take my money
they're
now.
like, this is the story of Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Forrest's mom is supposed to like the idea of Jenny. You know, she'd be like, you keep that girl out this house, Forrest. I don't mind Bubba. It's weird, but I don't mind it.
Yo, why you BSing? They had that black maid the
Yeah.
whole movie.
I like
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
guys, I like whenever they have like a black person as household help in a time, especially where black people were just even more mistreated than most history. And they supposed to make it like, no, but we were nice to Sheila. You know,
Nice.
we let her do the dishes in the
No.
morning when she got back if it was late.
We let her
You know?
use the
in the main
bathroom
house.
indoors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd Forrest's mama get her money from too? I thought Forrest was supposed to be poor. You ain't poor. And they had that big ass house.
Yeah, that's
It's- That's a great question.
Well, she
They
did
should have been
sleep.
living in
She did
Jenny's
sleep
house.
some benefits. You know, she was
Yeah.
always sleeping
Oh,
her way to
wow.
some benefits.
Yeah,
remember?
she had a
Forrest's
big
mama
house,
was tricking.
bro. She had that
Oh,
big
wow.
house, all
Yeah.
them acres, and she
Yeah.
had help.
Yeah.
She did.
Forrest's
And
mama was
nobody ever. You right? Nobody ever said what Forrest Gump mama did for a living.
because nobody want to bring that up because they're good
They
people.
never
They're
said
like,
who his
hey,
daddy was either.
Yeah,
nah, his daddy was Wino Kevin.
Why no Kevin?
Hey, baby, I'm back.
Yeah.
I left some of my stuff in the closet. Hey, Forrest, look at you. Them legs is right. Oh,
Wow.
Sergeant too.
That-
Hey, why don't Kevin hit Forrest with the Charlie McAdoo though? He was like, Sergeant, you airborne? No. You know,
Broke his.
you just legs, huh? Oh my God.
Yo, son, to this day, bro. Hey, I was talking to one of my homeboys a couple weeks ago on the phone. We were talking about that. He was military too. He said,
Yeah.
"Boy, remember your daddy got mad when you ain't go airborne infantry?" I said, "Yeah, thanks.
I tell
Thanks
that
for bringing
story.
that up. Let me call
tell
my
that shit up.
therapist."
Yeah, I tell that story to my father. No lie, Ken. I told that story to my father one time because I was like, "Yo, Ken, this," because my dad was. We were just talking about coming back from especially like something like Vietnam, and I was like, "Yeah, Ken will tell you, you know, his father had demons from it and stuff." And then I told Pops the story of your dad telling you that, and my father had more of a twinkle of a tear in his eye than anything I ever told him. And I was like, stop loving Ken. Stop loving Ken.
That's
He
so
was like,
funny.
He was just shook his head. He was like, that boy must have been so proud. And for him to hear that, I was like, let's get back to me, okay? Like,
Yeah.
Yo,
Your offspring.
I don't think we ever talked. Have we talked about? Did your pops want you to go to the military? Or he didn't care.
No, man, my father, honest to God, man, didn't want. My father told, because I was a young kid, man, and I was in shape enough at that time that I could have, to everything. Because you can't look at me now and be like, what? Why didn't you join the military? I'm like, the
Oh,
tires,
I know.
like couldn't get through the tires, man. But no, man, my father literally told me, he was like, I don't want this for you. He's like, I want you to want something like I did. Because my father wanted,
Yeah.
and my father wanted to originally, he wanted to join the army. He wanted to be a tanker.
Oh,
And
wow.
he was hanging out at the Marine Corps recruiting station all the time with the dudes in the neighborhood. And they were like, oh, John, man, be a Marine, be a Marine. And they got a story, an urban legend about my father that is not true. That everybody, all these old dudes, because check this out, Ken. When my father moved back to Orlando, his recruiter was a retired dude here in Orlando. And my father saw him running one day around the street.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled up next to him, was like, Roberts? And they got to talking. And he was like, oh my God. He was like, you were my recruiter. And my dad used to hang out at the recruiting station over there. But the urban legend about my father is, because my father is like 5'5". And the urban legend about my father that is not true, that everyone says, is they say my dad was too short to join the Marines. So Sergeant Major Roberts hit my father on top of the head with a 45 so he could get a lump. And my father's like, that's not true at all. And
That's
people
a
literally
great story.
be like, yo, Top, isn't it true that you were too short? He's like, no. He's like, you could be like 5'2" and join the military at that time. But the urban legend is that they hit my father on top of the head with a 45 so that he could have a lump, and then he was just tall enough to join.
Hey,
that's a great
I'll
story.
tell you this.
hey, this is true.
Yeah.
I got an urban legend for Ken Miller.
What's up, butt naked?
I almost didn't get in the military because I got flat feet.
Really?
So I had to roll my feet on Coke cans all night.
Did you really do that?
I really did. I had to roll my feet on Coke cans all night, bro.
But Ken, what if we make the urban legend even better? Like, you needed to get your feet so curved that you wore high heels for 2 days.
Yeah. And then they almost kicked him out of the military. He almost had to join the Navy.
I had on the Prince. I had on the Prince.
Yeah, and Ken will walk in and be like, dig if you will.
And they're always like, Kenny. And you're like, that's why Grandmama walked in there one time I was wearing the heels. Why'd you have the lipstick on? I'm not the one who served this country. Hey, you want to hear one cool, I tell you one real cool ass story though about the recruiting station where my father got recruited from. Is the Williamsburg recruiting station, Williamsburg, Brooklyn, right next to the Williamsburg bus station, and it's right across the street from Peter Luger Steakhouse. Coppin, have you ever been to Peter Luger Steakhouse at all?
Yeah.
So Coppin knows. Yeah, great New York steakhouse, legendary steakhouse. But in the 60s and the 70s, big money. The 60s and the 70s, the recruiting station was right across the street from Peter Luger's. The Made Wise guys would come by to see Roberts, the recruiter, and send him across the street to Peter Luger. And then they would hang out and do whatever they had to do in the recruiting station because cops would never bother the recruiting station. It was a Marine Corps recruiting station. And so Roberts and all them, Spike Roberts, my dad's friend, this was before my dad's time, would talk about how in the mid 60s to the early 70s, the Made guys from Peter Luger's would swing on into the Marine Corps recruiting station, tell the Marine, and I think it was Army recruiting station too, because there are multiple ones.
Yeah, they're all together, yeah.
Tell them, go across the street, go get yourself a steak and hang out, guys. They were all nice. They'd go to Peter Luger's and hang out. These guys just chop it up for a little bit in the recruiting station because nobody would bother them in there.
Hey, we got to go to commercial break before we go. And he literally mean that. They was in there chopping
it up.
But man, thank y'all, man. It's Wednesday night, man. All new shows this week, man. We appreciate you guys listening. But we got to take a commercial break. When we come back, kids versus no kids in Christmas. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, do us a favor. Go out to our social medias and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also go to YouTube. Subscribe to our page. We've been trying to hit that 200. Go on out there and find us, man. And if you miss any of these shows for 7 years, go to iHeart, search Real Labs, and you can listen to us 7 years in podcast format. We got a new sponsor. James, drop that knowledge on them, son.
All right, everybody. Now, what you need in your life is a little bit of comedy. And lucky for you, Death Row Comedy is going to give you what you need because Sky High Comedy Night is coming to Daytona on December 10th. That is Sunday. It's going to be a charity event for Toys for Tots. Now, the host spot's going to be held down by Dewey Sean. Then they got Alan Tracy opening up, and your headliner for that night is Chris Cage. But they also got a special element happening that night. They got a Q&A session with the mouth of the South. That's right. Jimmy Hart is going to be in the building. You guys definitely need to check out that WWE legend. Now, if you guys want tickets, they got $15 general admission and $30 VIP tickets available right now on Eventbrite under Sky High Comedy. Again, that's on December 10th. That's a Sunday. It all goes down in Daytona at the Streamline Hotel. 7 p.m. doors and show at 7:30.
Nice, man. Shout out to them on Daytona. I did their first ever show and it was great, man. And they got a cool sponsor that's a cigar and got a couple of free cigars from them. And I got to smoke because it's an outdoor show, so I got to hit a cigar and everything.
Hey, you know what, Ken? Let's do something because you did their first show and they were so good to us. If you go to our social media on Instagram or Facebook, the first person to hit us up after hearing this gets 4 free tickets to that show on Sunday, December 10th. 4 free tickets. First person hit us up on Instagram or Facebook. We're going to give you 4 free tickets. We said it right here.
We said it. We said it, son. So if you guys listen to us, you know we are on TV now, trying to get our Emmy and on Fox 35. So make sure y'all go check us out there, the News Fuse. Well, and go ahead.
Mr. Kaufman didn't even know about that. So tell everybody that might not know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so every not every night, but like 2 or 3 times a week, if you check us out on the late news on Fox 35, which comes on at 11 o'clock, they have a segment for us called the News Fuse, where we get to talk pretty much what we do here, a little more,
safe,
yeah. Because we get the wild out.
Why no Kevin doesn't get to show up?
Yeah.
Well, I know Kevin on News 35 is called Unhoused Kevin. And
and Miguel, what I love about Miguel is gonna be Miguel. Yes. I don't care what it is, Miguel is gonna be Miguel, and Miguel drops some, and I'm like, they're gonna have to take that one out.
All of that out.
They're gonna Leonard Skinner took it. Leonard Skinner was
bro.
But we got to talk about Christmas on that show and Christmas stuff. And then before, we always try to figure out what we're going to talk about. So we're talking about Christmas and what does it mean to us now as adults? And now that our kids are older and
grown.
Miguel grown. And Miguel had posed. And I mean, Kaufman, your oldest is?
They turned 18 on the 9th this year.
And then your youngest is?
That's it. They're twins.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah. So you got 18-year-old. I got 23, 18, and 12. James, you got 41.
23. Yeah. Same age as me. 48, 47, 46, 45.
James, you got what you got?
I got 23, 22, 21, and 20.
So so all of our kids and Miguel.
I got a message for any of my kids out there. F around and find out. Come looking for daddy. Come looking for daddy and find out. Tell you like I tell the rest of my enemies. Come heavy or don't come at all.
There you go. You know what, Miguel? That's actually how you made those kids. You effed around and you found out.
Yeah.
And
I thought you were going to say he came heavy.
Yeah.
Hey, the running joke, I got a kid somewhere in Thailand, but that's a whole nother story.
I'm on that Joe Biden. I got a bad pullout game.
His name is J-I-N. His name is Jen Miller.
That dude named Jenna.
Yeah.
But Miguel was asking us, because Miguel doesn't have children, but he was asking us, has Christmas changed for us now that our kids are older?
Yeah.
And
yes.
And I agree with James. It really has. Because Junior, every year my wife does something for Kenny where something money related. Like we did a money Christmas tree for him. We found this thing where you pull money out of a box. I think last year we had a drone drop money on his head. She finds a way.
What kind of elaborate strip club would y'all go to?
Man, is Kenny the featured dancer tonight?
That is Preppy socialite. You know Preppy will find something crazy, bro.
And then it's a bachelorette party.
Yeah,
okay, Kenny, so you gonna wear the sash, and then we all gonna get in a limo. Woo!
Yeah. Hey, I told Junior, Miguel, I told Junior, this the Magic Mike Christmas gift.
That's funny.
But my 18-year-old wants, he's into like swords and stuff like that.
Archery stuff, right?
Yeah, like he's into stuff like that. And then Layla Bird is the baby, so Layla Bird wants Christmas. Christmas gifts. You know what
And
I'm
It's
saying?
still
Layla's
Christmas
still
for her.
keeping you guys in the Christmas game.
Yeah,
Probably,
yeah,
though.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I throw it to you first, James. You
Okay.
got the 23 to the 20-year-old. How does it feel now in the Yon house when it comes to Christmas?
Like back in the day, it's weird. And let me trying to start at the beginning. You know, when they were growing up, we didn't have a lot of money. I mean, we get them a nice Christmas, but
You ain't have 9 TV shows, 3 podcasts.
no, I didn't.
Oh,
I ain't have
James
none of
Young
that.
balling now.
Bruh.
James Young balling. I turned on the radio. I just hear James' voice. No matter what, I turned on Roomba. James Young was talking in a broken Spanish accent.
They just had me going, suavemente,
Yeah.
bésame.
Hey, hey, James is the whole voice for when you call a company. Like, is that
Yeah.
James the whole?
That's me, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you're looking for a directory, press pound now.
James co-chaired a trial with Kaufman.
I
He
did.
said he ain't even a lawyer. And Jeff was like, they just love him.
I
I
object.
just got there and yelled, hey, if the gloves don't fit, we got to acquit.
Hey, and Kaufman
That's
like,
it.
James, sit down, bro. It's a parking ticket. Chill.
Yeah.
Chill out.
But I had a whole thing. We ain't land no Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landing on us.
And
You
Oh,
ain't charging
anyway.
my client for this if he wasn't
James, this is
black.
Tennessee. You need to be
They're
careful.
like, he's
man.
Filipino.
Oh,
Don't correct me.
Hey, so James, your kids don't live with you anymore. So
they don't live with me. I'm empty nester. It's changed because the gifts have changed. A little bit more adult now. I will tell you, like, my wife is Miss Christmas. She's gonna make sure my kids have a great Christmas. We spend a chunk of money on them. So my kids get like, okay, Jack's birthday was this summer, but Jack's graduating from college in December, on December 15th. So we got a what do you call it? A regiment we do with every kid that graduates from college. They get automatically $1,000, right?
Mhm.
And then Christmas is right after that, 10 days after that, and we're gonna get a great gift. And that gift's probably gonna be between $300 to $500 because my wife goes big on Christmas. So think about that. And each kid normally gets 2 to 3 gifts, and they around that range. Think about how much money we now spend, Ken, on Christmas.
Yeah.
The gifts and the level, the money, and how we do it has gotten bigger and bigger, bro. We spend tons of money that I don't have. So what I'm saying is, if Junior needs another dancer to come over there with him, let me know, bro.
Now, Devin's your oldest,
That was my oldest, man, my baby.
and Jack is third in line.
No, Jack's next.
Jack's
Then it's Noah, then it's Isaiah.
So this is what Jack gets for graduating college. Jack gets $1,000. Jack gets a pistol, and you say next week you kick up 300 to Devin. The rest of y'all every week, and then Devin, you like, yo, Devin, better come up with that 5 G's for me every week.
Hey,
Yo.
it feels kind of light, son.
Hey, Devin, man, listen, man, you only as good as your last envelope here, kid.
There you go.
Okay, man. And Jack, man, you kick up to your brother. You put your other brothers down with you, whatever. But Yon family out here, man. When I give you $1,000, I give you $1,000 to buy sneakers. I give you $1,000 to put that out on the streets. Make some
That's
dough.
right.
Yeah, flip
Flip
this work.
that. Yeah, but that's every kid when they graduate from college, they get $1,000 from us.
I mean, hey, look, man, that's a big deal graduating from college.
It is.
You know what I'm saying, man? And you got all this time to plan for it. And let's be honest, man. You know, Noah, Isaiah, one of those you're gonna save on. You know. By the time it gets to like, no, he's like, Dad, I'll be honest, I just want to go to work. You're like, do that, baby. Do that.
Do that,
I got a
baby.
grand laying around.
Do your thing, man.
I tell you this, James, bro. Listen to how you with your kids. I'm a horrible father.
Why? No, man.
My kids ain't got nothing like this.
Dude.
Hey, Kaufman, you got twins. And they're 18. What is your Christmas like now with your children?
Well, Jakey is autistic, so he's like 6, and my daughter's graduating high school, so she's pretty smart. And God, you know, Jacob, he don't care about gifts.
No,
you can hand him something, and he'll look at the box.
Right?
He'll just look at
Jacob
the box
likes
and go, look at you, and like, oh, I don't need this, because he don't need material stuff.
Right. He
So
likes
for him,
experiences,
I'm
though,
taking
doesn't
him like tomorrow. I'm taking him to it's his birthday / Christmas, where I shut down the office and I bring everybody to Universal with
That's
him.
nice.
So he's got
That's
the whole
nice.
day in Universal. We're gonna end with twosomes, so he's gonna get some good Sundays at the end of it. But for him, he just likes to be around people. Now my daughter, she's not a materialist kind of person. So when you give her anything, like, you know, I spoke to her mother the other day about gifts, and she was like, and it's so nonchalant. Women are nonchalant about the money going to kids.
Yeah.
They are.
Why don't you
They
just
are.
get her the new iPhone in a new MacBook? I'm like, that's a mortgage payment.
Yeah,
And you,
yeah.
Bro,
what?
that is
When did-
$3,000.
I got like a Nintendo cartridge. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I got like one game. I didn't get like here's a brand new MacBook and a well, we didn't have phones, but I
Bro,
mean, I'm like
it's
going,
a
she gets the
lot
same
of
phone I
money.
get. I'm like, I bring home the money. I'm going to get her an iPhone 2.
Hey, what?
Bro.
Apple ain't been bit yet.
Yeah.
It's just a
Bro.
tree. Apple's
No.
growing.
It's just
The
a
growing
seed.
tree.
Yeah,
Michelle
Yeah.
Silverstein growing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You're like one single number. Here's 4. You
I
better
got
hope
you a
they have all-
jitterbug with a cool case.
Yes,
Oh,
but
man.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna say we get phones for Christmas for them kids, bro. Y'all, I know I sound like the old dude. Y'all know how expensive phones are now?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
Man,
buy
let me
mine.
say you something. I
1,300.
worked for a phone company for 18 years.
Yeah.
In the beginning, the phone was free, and we
Wow.
had
Yeah.
to pay for the service.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
when I as an employee, the phone was free, and okay, lie. Phone was free, and we got service was $10, and then we got free service. But then if we got family on, our family had to pay $35 a month free phone.
That
Flip
is
it,
cheap.
hey
Oh my
James,
God.
flip it. Now we paying for the phone, and
Yep.
the service was free. They was like, look,
Yep.
look, because the phone do everything.
And
Your
let me tell you this,
phone
man.
is everything, bro.
It's computer.
I read something on this and it opened my eyes to it. Before the Razor, before the Motorola Razor, a
Mhm.
phone had nothing to do with the statement of wealth, fashion, or anything. The
Nope.
Motorola Razor came out, and the Motorola Razor was a fashion statement. It was the slimmest, sleekest phone, and that was the race
Yep.
to get smaller phones. And
Mhm.
before the Razor, they said that the product was selling the service, so any phone they could get to you, they'd give you for free because
That's right.
they wanted your service. Once the Razor came out and people were paying $200 for a phone, which was unheard of at that time, the game changed to the product is the phone
That's right.
and the service is secondary.
That's
Yeah.
right. And bro, and then don't say nothing when ringtones came out.
Oh, no, I spent like
Changed
oh,
the
God.
game.
It's
Changed
I
the
had
game.
Careless
I think it
Whisper.
was the BlackBerry that made the difference.
Yeah, it was a black.
BlackBerry was a big jump.
Hold on
Yeah.
real quick. I want to take phones to the next segment, but we got a minute left. Christmas for you, Miguel. You ain't got
Yeah.
no kids. You got family.
Oh, here you go.
How's it
Here you
changed
go.
for you now that you're older?
I mean,
In 60 seconds.
it seems like it's gone from what it once was, and it's more just
Mm.
about Christmas Day, not
Yeah.
the holiday season. So Christmas Day,
Damn.
cooking for the family, everybody hanging out and stuff like that, that's still Christmas for me. But the whole
Mhm.
holiday season's lost the magic. I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not excited for anything. And not in a bad way. I'm grown. But Christmas Day still has a nice feeling to it. But there have been tons of times on Christmas Day, I cooked, we all hang out, everything. And then they're like, you didn't even open your gifts. And I'm like, that's right. Because
Oh.
Christmas Day is more about, hey, the whole family getting together, hanging out. It's a good vibe.
It's a vibe. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. And I hate that part that my whole, I get to kick it with my kids, but I hate that my whole family is in a whole nother state.
Yeah.
Because when the Millers
Mm.
get together, it's pandemonium, and hopefully
I
they
can't
come
even
down.
imagine.
Bro, it's one day when my family comes down, I'm gonna let y'all hang around then, and y'all gonna be like,
I've hung with
Ken,
your family. Remember at the
yeah,
improv?
I'll be like, Ken, I see why you moved.
Yeah.
What's the
Damn.
deal with the old white guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I'm like,
Oh
that's
my
my
God.
lawyer.
That's our
Hey,
lawyer. Yeah.
Hey, my
Man,
brother Rock
made
gonna
it.
be like, hey, bro, let me get his number. Hey, we gotta take a commercial break, man. We'll be right back. Real Labs, we're Radio 104.1. Real Labs, we're Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. My name is Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Guys, make sure you go out and follow us on social media. Go to YouTube and subscribe. And even and also you can see us in podcast format if you go to iHeart, search Real Labs. We appreciate it, man. Y'all been rocking with us for 7 years, and we appreciate it. Because it's crazy, man. I talk to like other radio people in Orlando, and they really enjoy our show. And
Nice.
and I feel like we got a good vibe, a good thing. And it's just 4 comedians. I tell people all the time, they say describe Real Labs. And I said it's 4 comedians sitting at a bar having a conversation.
Exactly what it is.
That's our show. And
Mhm.
you walk up and you hear this conversation, and now you're intrigued. Now you got your ear to it. Like, what are they talking about? This is the four of us sitting at the Orlando Funny Bone. And
oh yeah, I forgot
the
to tell
Orlando
people
Funny
that.
Bone, having a conversation. That's all it is, man. But appreciate y'all tuning in and listening, man. We love you guys to death, man. Don't forget, the first person to hit us up on Instagram or Facebook about the comedy show, you will get 4 free tickets. And if you are looking for tickets, $15 general admission, $30 VIP tickets available on Eventbrite under Sky High Comedy. And that is Sunday, December 10th, which is this Sunday. Streamline Hotel, Daytona Beach, 7 p.m. Doors open, 7:30 p.m. The show starts. And the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, will be doing the Q&A. So that's
amazing,
by the way. Dope. So we were talking about cell phones. Man, if I had time, I would have ran to the garage because I have every cell phone I have ever owned.
Okay, I want to ask you about that. When you worked at Sprint, they didn't make you turn them in to get the new one. They just said,
because remember when we had cell phones, they were paid. You got your phone. You got your phone. There was no trading in like now. Now it's all leasing phones. That's why I always make fun of iPhone people because they're like, iPhones cost more than Androids. No, every provider out there is doing free iPhones right now. Yeah. You get a free iPhone right now. So stop iPhone people. Android where it is. But I legit have every last phone I have ever owned.
Ken, that's wild.
I'm talking about from my Nextel Chirp, my BlackBerry, my Rumor, the first slide up phone, the slide up keyboard.
I had the Sidekick.
Bro, I got all of them.
The
I got
Sidekick.
Remember the Prime?
I kept every phone that I've ever owned.
I was going to ask you a question. Go ahead. I was going to ask you real quick, man. What was your favorite phone? Because here's what it was. Back in the day, there was a gimmick. Before the iPhones and Galaxies were battling, every phone had a gimmick, and they tried to get people to buy it with the gimmick. Like for me, the Sidekick, it had the swivel face that would come up to reveal the keyboard. That was the coolest thing in the world to me, man. I love that bulky phone.
The Note 5.
Oh, the Note.
All-time Note. And it was gold.
It was.
Matter of fact, it might be up here. I might have it in here. So, bro, it was
one of
gold.
The first pins, right?
Yeah, had the little pin, bro. And ever since then, I've only got Notes. The Note has been my phone ever since then, man.
When you get a new phone, you must get like the Ultra because it comes with a pin now.
Yeah, it comes with the pin. And you know what, James? Never used it. I ain't never used that pen a day in my life, bro.
Bro, you are the Jay-Z of phone carriers. You don't even use your pen.
You don't even use my pen. It's all up top, man. I'll tell you this, though. One of the worst phones I've ever had was when, have you ever seen the BlackBerry movie? When they released that second wave of that last wave of BlackBerries, and Nextel had one. It wasn't a touchscreen. Nextel had one. It was the worst phone. Wow. Let me tell you something, man. Hold up. Make sure my wife ain't here. I missed so much booty because I couldn't get no text messages on that phone. Bro, I had to take the battery out, put the battery back in. By the time the message come out, she done went to the other dude's house.
That's funny. Oh my God.
The BlackBerry messed me up getting some berry is what I'm trying to tell you. So, Kaufman, what was your favorite phone, Kaufman? Favorite phone you ever had?
See, when they first came, I'm old. When they first came out, when everyone got it, I went to Best Buy. And they had what they called Prime back then, PR, and it was like 97. And I walked in, and they said, for $500, you can have a phone anywhere. And it looked like those TV, like the old movie ones where the guy looked like a military walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Had to crank it up.
They called it the Zach Morris phone.
Yeah. A dude had to wear it on his backpack and coffins on it. Like, no, negative. I need an airstrike now. Broken arrow.
Oh, that's funny. Make it rain.
So I thought, and nobody had them. So when you took this thing out, everyone goes, what is that? And you go, oh, that's my phone. And it cost like $6 a minute.
Yeah,
bro. You like leave a message. It's me. Click. You couldn't afford it. I remember the service.
Remember that though?
Stupid money.
Remember we had to pay for minutes on phone.
Yeah, wait till 9 o'clock and you could call it for free.
That's after free. Yeah.
I remember the first time I talked on a cell phone, man. And Miguel, I asked you your phone next.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I talked on a cell phone. I was in Fort Huachuca, and this dude from Philly had a cell phone that had been altered a little bit, and it was free. Like you could just talk on it. And I called my mama from it because I thought it was so cool. I'm like, Mom, I'm calling you from a cell phone. She's like, you in jail? I said, no, Mama, cell. Like a cell phone. Cell, why? How you in jail in the Army?
Yeah, you in jail? Tell your daddy I said, hey.
I said, Mama, no, a cellular. She thinking cell, like a cell.
Yeah.
I said, Mama, like a cellular phone. My baby in jail. Lord, my baby. I said, Mama, bye. Bye, Mama. Bye. Miguel, favorite phone you ever had?
Nokia 3310, the indestructible phone.
Bruh,
I left that phone on the hood of my car driving when I first lived here, driving on Dean Road. I forgot that I had it on the hood of my car. I was hanging out with the homeboys, had it on the hood, drove off, watched it slide off on Dean Road going like 55 miles per hour, stopped, got out. The phone was in 9 pieces. I put it back together and my homeboy soldered a piece of it. Worked fine. And it had Snake on it. I used to drain that battery just playing Snake. But Nokia 3310, you remember how you used to text message on it? You have to 9 like 7 times.
The T9.
Yeah. But I still remember that's when text messaging first started. And that was text messaging ruined me for a little bit because like you wouldn't call a girl in the middle of the afternoon just to be like, hey, you know, I was listening to that new Usher joint thinking about, but text messaging. Hey, I would be texting. Hey, I was that dude who texts every girl I knew the same message like it was for them. You know? And then, hey, this used to be the worst thing. This is the worst thing. My homeboy taught me this. You remember when you used to be able to, when messages would say like FWD : letting you know it was forwarded. So it was like a message would come out FWD : and it meant that this message was sent to like 9 people. It was a forward, like an email or something. My homeboy was like, hey, no matter what you text a girl, always put that FWD : in front of it. So she thinks she texted to like 5 other girls. So I'd be like, you want to do something tonight? Forward. Like, he was like, let him know.
Wow.
Let him know you got options. But I remember, check this out. Cellular One. Do you guys remember that company?
Yes.
Cellular One. So my mom's boyfriend was working at some like warehouse. He was doing like overnight security. And he had a cell phone and he didn't really need it. He was like, yeah, they gave me a cell phone. I don't need it. That dude was like, if you want to take this is like 1996. He was like, if you want to take the cell phone with you, so if you have to call your mom for an emergency, take it. He's like, just don't call a lot. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, if you need this way, you could stay out later and just let your mom know where you are. Boys, when I tell you in 1996, I had that big ass cell phone case on the side and my pager. And girls were like, what do you do for a living? I was like, I live, baby.
I live.
Yo, what made me laugh is you were talking about the whole that you had to push all the numbers. That's why I was happy when what is they call it the QWERTY keyboard came out.
Keyboard, yeah.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Hey, and hold on, are you a thumber? You a thumber?
Yo, I'm ambidextrous. I could do double thumbs. I could do one thumb. I can do the point.
Yeah,
I
see,
do
my
all.
wife is a slider. She slides.
See, like if I'm driving, I'm more of a slider. If I'm
That's funny.
Yeah, we'll keep that to yourself. That's your attorney advice.
I used to tell this joke. People used to get mad. I say, hey man, drinking and driving is like texting and driving. It's hard, man. You better be good. You know?
Damn.
James, are you a thumber? Are you a thumber, finger? What are you?
I'm trying to think.
I like to take these two guys here. It's called walking the dog.
Yeah.
And then it's a leap. A leap.
It depends on what I'm up to. Like, if I'm at the computer, I might do the one hand. But if I'm just sitting down in a chair, like just chilling, I'm 2. It's both.
I'm a
both
thumber.
maybe.
I'm a thumber.
I go
Jeff,
both ways.
Go
I
ahead.
be both ways.
Yeah, Jeff, you a thumber? What are you?
One thumb.
One thumb?
Siri. Ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Oh,
see, because I make it easy. I don't screw around
because I'm country. I
can't text to speech either, man.
Oh, mine is terrible,
Speech to text.
bro.
I can't do it, bro. It comes out.
You go full
Man.
bumpkin on that thing, and it just starts writing different things.
It's so bad, bro. This how bad it. I know my voice bad. I talked to a dude today at work from California.
Yeah.
I said, he said, thanks for calling. I said, thanks for calling. Insert company. This is Ken. He said, Cam. I said, no,
Ken.
He said, is that CAN? I said, no, KEN. He says, oh, my name's Kenneth also. I said,
Kenneth. That is funny.
And he was Spanish. His accent was thick. So I ain't understand him. He ain't understand me. It was a terrible conversation.
Bro. My phone
So-
does not. My Google Assistant does not understand what the hell James is
Nothing.
saying. I'll be like,
Not-
"Which way did he go?" And it's like, "Hootie hoo!" Like, bro, I did not say that.
Nothing,
Hey,
bro.
that's
At
why
all.
y'all get your crappy phones away. I got an iPhone. Sometimes Siri just hits me up like, "Hey, you want me to take care of this?" I'm like, nah, baby, we cool.
That's what Siri be doing.
Yeah,
Out
and then I
in
got
these
my Siri,
streets.
I got my Siri set up on an Australian voice because she sounds hotter, but also it makes things weird because like she doesn't recognize the letter Z because they say Z. So like lots of times she'll be like, she'll give me things, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, Siri. And I'm like, oh, that's right. You got that accent. I forgot we got different cultures, but she's hot.
There you go.
See, there's a reason you guys are smarter than me. Remember, I was just telling you what I do.
Yeah, I was
To
hearing
text
it talk
people?
to you. Yeah.
Siri just texted dude who made me a suit like 20 years ago. And I was like, and it said, and the thing was, sorry, I don't want to screw around. Let's do this. And I was like,
"Oh, you just ordered another suit, bro."
Yeah.
You
so
just
I had
ordered
to
that
text
same
this dude
suit.
and say, I texted him by accident. And there's no way when you read that text,
Bro.
you're going to go, that sounds
no,
like
he
pretty,
knows.
that's not a butt dial. That was pretty
and
clear.
you just
You got to
ordered
get with it. You know, there's an undo text message setting, the greatest setting of all on iPhones. You can literally erase a text message you sent before somebody has opened up to look at it. It's the
Man.
greatest setting ever.
Not my wife. She'll figure it out.
Hey, can you recall a D pic?
Oh, dude, you can edit it, dog.
Yo.
I've sent it and be like, hey, Siri, man, bigger.
Yo. hey, the girl get the picture, be like, hi, Miguel thing look like Dwight Howard's.
Yeah.
Funny.
Because it's got makeup on.
Hey, there's a dude next to it.
We gotta get him out of here, man. James, where you
See,
at
that
this
ain't right.
weekend, bro?
I'm sorry, y'all didn't hear what I said.
I did.
I heard
dog. I did. That's what I'm trying to do here. Where you at this weekend, Jay?
I don't know, man. Wherever Dwight Howard ain't.
This gonna be the one.
That's the
Miguel, where
one.
you at this
That's the
weekend,
one.
bro?
I'm hanging out with Dwight Howard and Will Smith. I'm gonna be like, let's do this, boys. Not me and y'all, but I'm gonna match make y'all together.
Hey, and Puff Daddy gonna be recording it.
The whole thing.
Take that.
Kaufman, who you got on under oath this weekend, my
I
brother?
don't know. I think we're all going to get canned. And I paid for this stuff.
Coffee got the
doing
dude who
under
made him a
oath
suit
for-
20 years ago.
Actually, technically, I got a show airing with Chumley from Pawn Stars, but I'm gonna be on a boat with all my people going
Yes.
to Nassau. So I've
Nice.
taken on
Right.
my whole office to the Bahamas.
Cool,
So,
man.
Nice.
Safe
Take
travels,
take
my
care of your
brother.
people, man. Take care of your
Safe
people.
Amen.
travels, man. This weekend, I am at Mad Caps in New Smyrna. Haven't been there 2 years, actually 2 years to the day. This weekend is the last time I was there. So if you're in New Smyrna, make sure you come check me out. But my favorite show of all time, December 13th, Ken Plus 10 at the Orlando Improv / Funny Bone. And it is our 12th annual toy drive, sponsored by Kaufman and Lynn. And the toys will be going to Baby DJ 1 and 6.7 and Phillips House for kids. So make sure you guys go out there. All the info is on my social media. So please go out there, man. If you can make it to the show, come through. If you cannot, you can donate money and I'll go out and get the toys for you. But thank you so much for listening tonight. I'm Ken Miller, James John, Jeff Kaufman, Miguel Colon Jr. Jeff, I'll let you do it. Tell them what to do.
Get your ass to bed in good sheets.
Good night.
Good sheets.